Hi everyone. This video will cover question PQ3-13 in your textbook. These are the transactions that we will be looking at in this video. By the end of the video, you will be able to enter various common transactions for a service business into the expanded accounting equation. Before we begin, pause the video and think of all the asset, liability, and equity accounts that you know. To recap, assets are owned, provide future economic benefit, and are due to a past event. The asset accounts in this question are cash, accounts receivable, office supplies, prepaid rent, prepaid insurance, business license, and website design. Liabilities are owed to third parties, will be settled in the future, and are also due to past events. The liability accounts in this question are accounts payable, deferred revenue, and income tax payable. Equity is made up of owner's capital and retained earnings. Revenue, expenses, and dividends all fall under retained earnings. The expense accounts in this question are website, advertising, supplies, utilities, telephone, insurance, rent, bank charges, and income tax. We can now input the transactions into the expanded accounting equation. I have already added the account names under the appropriate financial reporting elements. Please have your textbook open to question PQ3-13 so you can follow along with all the transactions. Number 1, you invest money into your business. Cash will increase and owner's capital will also increase. Number 2, you set up a business bank account. There is no entry here because you are just setting up the account. It is an event rather than a transaction. Number 3, you pay cash for 3 months of rent. Cash will decrease and prepaid rent will increase. Number 4, you purchase office supplies using a credit card. Remember that all credit card payments fall under accounts payable. Office supplies will increase and accounts payable will also increase. Number 5, you pay cash for a 1-year insurance policy. Cash will decrease and prepaid insurance will increase. Number 6, you register a business license and pay using a credit card. Business license will increase and accounts payable will also increase. Number 7, you pay cash to a friend to design your website. Cash will decrease and website design will increase. Number 8, you pay for 1 month of web services to the website provider using a credit card. Accounts payable will increase and your website expense will also increase. Number 9, you pay for a newspaper advertisement using a credit card. Accounts payable will increase and your advertising expense will also increase. Number 10, you pay for another newspaper advertisement, this time using cash. Cash will decrease and your advertising expense will increase again. Number 11, you receive an advance payment from a customer for work to be performed next month. Cash will increase and your deferred revenue will also increase. Remember that deferred revenue is a liability because you owe the customer a service in the future. Number 12, customers pay cash for services that you provided. Cash will increase and service revenue will also increase. Number 13, you provide services to a customer who has not yet paid. Since they haven't paid, accounts receivable will increase and your service revenue will also increase. Number 14, you pay for the utilities for the month in cash. Cash will decrease and utilities expense will increase. Number 15, you pay for the phone bill in cash. Cash will decrease again and telephone expense will increase. Number 16, the bank withdraws the monthly charge from your account. This relates back to transaction number 2. Your cash will decrease by 15 and bank charges expense will increase by 15. Number 17, you use up 1 month of rent. So this relates back to transaction number 3 above. To find the amount of 1 month's rent, we can divide 3,750 by 3, which equals 1,250. Prepaid rent will decrease by 1,250, and rent expense will increase by the same amount. Number 18, you use up 1 month of insurance coverage. This relates back to transaction number 5 above. To find the amount of 1 month's coverage, we can divide 2,100 by 12, which equals 175. Prepaid insurance will decrease by 175, and insurance expense will increase by the same amount. Number 19, at the end of the month, $175 of supplies was remaining. Originally, we had $485 worth of supplies, and since $175 is remaining, we can assume that $310 worth of supplies was used up. Office supplies will decrease by 310, and supplies expense will increase by the same amount. And finally, number 20, you will pay income tax of 25%. Before we can calculate income tax, we must find our profit, which equals revenue minus expenses. In this case, our profit is $236. We can now find 25% of 236, which is $59. Income tax payable will increase by $59, and income tax expense will increase by the same amount. This is a payable because we know that we will pay off all of our income tax at a later date. To finish off the question, we can add up the totals in each of the columns. I have already inputted these values at the end of the chart. And to see if we have done this question correctly, we must ensure that our fundamental accounting equation is balanced. As we can see, our total assets do equal our total liabilities and equity, so we are now done this question. For further practice, you can work on some of the other practice questions from chapters 3 and 4, such as PQ4-5. To summarize, in this video, we learned how to record various transactions into the expanded accounting equation for a service business. We know how to record transactions related to investments by owners, the purchase of assets, prepaid expenses, deferred revenues, service revenues, and various operating expenses. Thank you everyone for tuning into this video.